Welcome to Midnight Movie Talk, live from the City of Angels, Los Angeles. Tonight, Erick Weber in the host chair as we get ready for opening night, Thursday night, one of my favorite shows to do because we celebrate whatever the big new release is. And as we roll into summer, we're getting so many huge films. The tent poles are out in force. A tent pole for Quad. Everyone's in on these films, right? Big family films. And of course, yes, that means The Little Mermaid opening night tonight. And this is why I love going to movies. You never know what you're going to get. You never know how you're going to react to what you just watched. I didn't even want to see The Little Mermaid. And yet, this was my face after the movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's like at least 500 times more entertaining than Avatar 2. Avatar 2, oh, you guys know how I feel about that. Now, if you're going to ask me why, let me tell you why. I can lose the headphones. I don't need them tonight. Here's why I think the film works. First of all, you have a director in Rob Marshall who is very talented at delivering big films. When you watch The Little Mermaid, it's a grand experience. It feels massive in scope, and this speaks to his ability going back to Chicago 9. He directed one of the Pirates movies. He knows how to deliver a film that looks very big, okay? And that matters for a film like Little Mermaid. So right off the bat, I love the production design of the film. I love the look of the film. And I think one of the very key things that you need to do this weekend when you go to see Little Mermaid, and I do recommend the film, you need to see it in 3D. I saw it Dolby 3D tonight. This is a film that demands you see with the 3D upcharge. If you have AMC A-List, you don't have to worry about it. It's already included. You need to see this film where you can get that depth underwater and all of the creatures swimming around and all the excitement. I mean, listen, it looks better than Avatar 2. It does. Little Mermaid CGI is more realistic than anything in Avatar 2. I also love Sebastian, the crab. Who was it? Diggs who played. He's really good. Okay, Awkwafina's fine. You know, I can take just a little bit of Awkwafina, and I can do without Awkwafina. So she's okay here, and I think really we need to talk about Halle Berry. Make that Bailey. I knew I was going to do that. Halle Bailey. A lot of discussion about her. Is she the right person for Ariel? Is this woke, quote unquote, right? How often do we, oh my God, that whole conversation. You guys know I do not like talking about that stuff. But I will discuss it because there's a lot of people who are bitching about it. And here is my final analysis on it. She works. You believe her as Ariel. And ultimately, that is the goal of the film that you're watching. Do you believe the characters and the actors that are playing those characters in those roles? And Bailey works here in her voice. The song, Part of This World. What's the first song? That song. That scene is the highlight of the film. You will get chills, okay? Now, she works. Director here works. Prince Erick, fine. He doesn't have a lot to do. He reminds me of like a darker-haired Ryan Gosling. But what is very important about this film that works is, again, I need you to see the film in 3D. I have a feeling if I did not see this film in 3D, I would not have liked it as much as I am here tonight discussing the film. Now, there is a few things we need to discuss in regards to issues. Number one, the film is too long. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. It needs to be squeezed to about 1:45. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the original cartoon was like 95. Was it even 90? So you've extended the film. You've got this rap sequence with Awkwafina and the crab and Yeah, the two of them in like the hotel room or the palace bed. And that whole thing doesn't work. I'd lose that. Right, that's for the little kids. And then I would squeeze. I would just take the whole film and contract it and bring it in at about 145. And then you're talking about not just a good film, but I think a great film. And that is disappointing. I don't know why, again, these studios can't figure out how less is more. It always is. It's every single time we discuss a film, less is more, and it is here tonight with Little Mermaid. But all in all, this is a film that delivers what you're looking for in a live-action remake. There's got to be a reason for it to exist, and the visuals in this film, again, in 3D, tell me that there's a reason for this film. I don't understand where people are coming from telling me this film is bad. Okay, you guys, if you think that way, we need to get you in front of some films like Hypnotic, Cocaine Bear, Scream 6. Truly terrible. Beau is Afraid. Come on. Everything is better than Beau is Afraid. Literally any film that I just mentioned is still better than Beau is Afraid. But we can't be saying that The Little Mermaid is a bad film. It's going to deliver what audiences want. And I'll tell you, my score on the film, and we're going to start doing this when we don't have an embargo, we can go ahead and give you the MMT score. I got 85%. That's a B for me. For what it is. Again, remember, whenever we evaluate a film, we're evaluating it against what it's trying to be. We're not evaluating The Little Mermaid against Past Lives. I can't wait to see Past Lives. A24's new one. Or Return to Soul. I was just listening to the score from that, the soundtrack. My God, that song from Return to Soul. I love it. Anybody. What a song. But we're not doing that, right? We're evaluating against other live action remakes, other family films, a Pirates film. That's this film, again, just the number one thing for me is it feels large. And that matters when we go to the cinema. Now, let's do a sales check here on this Thursday night and check it out. I'm going to give you my number in a moment, but I do want to look at sales across L.A. As you know, L.A. is one of the biggest movie-going cities on planet Earth, but nonetheless, that's what we do. We look at it because I know these theaters well. Let's roll into the Dolby at 10:30 right down the street, the same theater I saw it at Burbank. Look at that. That thing is packed. Now, I am going to say this is really weird. Whenever I do these sales checks on Thursday night, what do we always see? Let me make it a little larger for you. Look at the first two rows. They're completely sold out. There's one seat in the two. Really? I mean, I guess, but would you really take a front row seat when you have something further back? It doesn't make sense to me. It makes me wonder if the studios aren't buying some of those front rows or something to bump sales up. It's very strange. Listen, I like the film, but I'm just telling you that's weird. Let's go to Universal. I think here's what's happening, by the way. Interesting what's happening here with the split of IMAX. So right now you've got Fast X and Weekend 2. And then you have Little Mermaid. So what they're doing, and I like this, they're not giving one film IMAX the entire day. They're giving it to Little Mermaid for matinees up to like 6 o'clock, and then Fast X gets IMAX later. Fast X is a very entertaining film, guys. These are two films that I recommend, and I can't believe on either of these that I'm recommending them, but yes, I am, Little Mermaid and Fast X. But I like what they do with the IMAX splitting it. You don't need to have one movie in there all day. Heck, you can have 3 or 4 in the middle of the summer, and we got all these options. Okay, let's go to another. That looks pretty good right there. It's a smaller screen, though. Let's roll over to Century City, because they have a large Dolby there. Century City is the other massive AMC complex here, along with Burbank, Century City, and then Universal. Those are the top 3, along with the Grove. I hate the Grove. I hate the Grove with a passion. The parking is the worst. I saw the Flash there. I can't stand the parking. I can't stand that area. I don't want to go there again. Look at this. Little Mermaid's almost sold out. I mean, that's a big crowd. So here's my number for the movie this weekend. I'm going to take it at 95 for 3, 112 for 4, and maybe we get to 120, maybe we get to 100. After seeing the film, I'm more bullish than I expected to be. I hope that audiences do not boycott this film because it's, quote, woke. I really do. I don't think that's fair to Halle Berry. Bailey. I don't think it's fair to the filmmaker and everybody involved here. The film is solid, okay? I don't care that Ariel does not look like the Ariel from the cartoon. It just doesn't matter. As long as the actress who is portraying the character works as the character. And that's what happens here with Halle Bailey. Nailed it. Boom. So I don't want to hear all this stuff about, the mermaid doesn't look. Just stop. Don't come in here with that because it doesn't matter. Okay, to the comments we go here. Man, there's a ton. We got 60 plus comments. Been going on for 10 minutes. Let's go. Let's do this. The film was insufferable. Yikes. Mega YouTube, no, it wasn't. I mean, is it a great film? No, again. But it's also not bad film. Like, it's not insufferable. Mega YouTube, listen, I appreciate you being here, but listen, I don't know why I don't know why you guys are so negative on some films. Like, another example, like Ant-Man 3. You guys need to learn when to pull out the hatchet and when to leave it partially exposed, okay? If you want to dislike the film, it's one thing. But to really savage a film and say it's terrible, you've got to know that the film is really wretched. And look at a film like Hypnotic. Look at a film like Cocaine Bear. Like Scream 6. These are bad films, okay? This film is not. I understand. No, it doesn't. I disagree 100%. Maggie, you were completely on a different page. I don't know where you saw it. And I think this is another point that we need to discuss. When you guys go to the movies, you need to go to quality theaters that are showing it in the best possible optics, sound, and 3D in this case. If you are watching this on a crappy screen somewhere that doesn't have any respect for cinema, then maybe I understand you didn't have the same experience. But that's why it's important, and I always am very appreciative of living in Los Angeles, where every screen that we see a movie on looks pristine. It is how the filmmakers anticipated the film being shown, and they like it in the ratio, everything about it. When you look at the screening rooms I get to go to, from a Rodeo to a Wilshire to a Sepulveda to a Sunset, these are all the screening rooms here across LA. The theaters have their own screening rooms. We have the best. And because of that, we get to see the film in optimal conditions. If you don't, then I don't, that's just what it is. Donald, listen. Rob Marshall is not a hack, okay? Am I suggesting that Rob Marshall is at the level of a Nolan or a Bong or a Fincher? Of course not. But for what this film is, what you're asking the director to deliver, he does. And that's all I can ever ask for. Yeah, I just switched out the mics. If it sounds a little different than it is, I don't know if I'm on Cartoid. We'll see. Hold on, let me switch the one. There's that. Let me switch one more. There we go. But yeah, it's new. We switched because I want to change the lights up. I like the lights on it. But if it's different, we'll get it fixed tonight. We'll get through it, guys. I promise. A-list rocks. It's the best thing. Best investment you can make. I'm a adult childless male. I have no interest. John, listen. I'm not the target demographic. I didn't have kids with me tonight. But I think if you allow yourself to become a child again and just see it through the eyes of, say a child, then just check it out. It looks better than Avatar 2. It absolutely does. First of all, Sebastian the Crab looks more realistic than anything in Avatar 2. Avatar 2 looks like a video game. I can't, and also it's so boring. God, my God, it does look better than Avatar. Yep, sorry. Mega YouTube, I swear to God. I swear to God, I'm gonna have to axe you here tonight. It definitely here's the thing about Avatar 2. Avatar 2 is emotionally a flat film. This film at least comes up in the emotion somewhat. Now, am I going to tell you that The Little Mermaid whisks you away with emotion that, you're weeping openly at the end of the film? No, of course not. But The Flash does. The Flash is really strong at the end. But listen, it's still got more emotion than Avatar 2. You need to see it in 3D. Shem, you really do. I don't care if you guys don't like it. The Avatar, here's let me tell you something. The problem with Avatar and the CGI is that it looks like a video game. It does. Why do you guys want to watch a bunch of CGI characters without an actor in the entire movie? Is this the world that they're going to take us to one day where we live in the metaverse? I don't want to live in Avatar. I do not want to live in Pandora. That universe can blow up. So just nuke it. I don't even want to go back to Pandora ever again. Avatar is the most overrated film in the history of cinema. And Avatar 2 is outright bad. I would argue terrible. And it is insufferable to sit through. So don't come in here telling me that Avatar is some great work of cinema and one of the best films ever. It sucks. It's overrated. And Cameron and that 3-hour runtime of Avatar 2, someone should punch him in the face for that. Right? It's literally Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder. Someone grab him and punch him in the face. Right now. Cameron, wham. And if I see Cameron, I swear to God, I'm going to tell him I hate Avatar 2 in that runtime in particular. I'm not scared of him. He's older than me, and I lift more weights than James Cameron. He might have more money, but he definitely ain't stronger than me. Bring it, Cameron. Your movie sucked. Avatar 2 does suck, John. It does. It looks bad, Satvik. It doesn't look good. I mean, it's a video game. It's a video game. It's a video game. Crabs on the hotel bed. I've seen that. Oh, my God. All right. We'll come back to this. Let's continue. Let's talk about this. We'll do more Little Mermaid. I know you guys are like, oh, my God, he likes the movie. Listen, man. Why you gotta like come after me for liking a film? You come after me when I hate a film. You come after me when I like a film. I didn't say The Little Mermaid is a great work of cinema. Avatar certainly isn't. But it also is what it is. It's just fine at what it is. It is a live-action remake of a cartoon where Bailey does a great job as the mermaid, has a tremendous voice, and then you have Melissa McCarthy who's doing fine. Stop being so hard on this film. Audiences will like the film. You guys are 100% wrong on this. I promise you that the cinema score will be high tomorrow night. It will be a very strong, no less than A-. A or A-. Let's talk about the Barbie trailer. There we go. So I knew this would happen. Barbie is not the movie that we were sold initially, right? So here's the trailer. We're not going to put the volume up and all that, but I'm just going to react to it. So I watched it just a little bit ago. I didn't see it this morning. I didn't see it at the theater tonight. I actually put it on because I wanted to talk about it. What I do like about it, we knew that there had to be something that occurred in the film that took us out of Barbie land and moved us into the real world. Exactly like, guess what? Don't worry, darling. It's very much like that. Whoever's at Warner Brothers that is overseeing the scripts, the script supervisor there is literally like, let's just take a version of Don't Worry, Darling and then imprint it on Barbie as she finds her way to LA and she's not in the idealistic, perfect world that she, inhabits there. So I think that when you have Greta Gerwig as a director, when you have Noah Baumbach writing alongside, you have two people that know how to write smart scripts. This film will play on multiple levels. Obviously, you've got Will Ferrell in here. President Business is back. So he's the corporate bad guy again in a Warner Brothers movie. But I'll tell you, at least we know now that the film is not just Barbie Land. I hope that it delivers that next level, multiple level experience that we're looking for. But again, I'm going to trust in Greta and Noah to write a smart script. Your thoughts on the Barbie trailer? Are you more in on this film now that you've seen trailer number 2? I am, okay? I am much more. We knew it had to have more to it than what we saw the first one. But, it's interesting. We'll find out. I guess the mic's a little hot, Chema. Okay, I'll dial it back. I'll bring the mic level down. Maybe that's what it is. I'll push it this way. I'll push it this way. We'll get it figured out. Hello, Jade's coming in here saying people are incels. Okay, let's not get angry. You convinced me, Eric. You just can't do 3D glasses. You got to do it. It's good. It's good. Oh. Soups Weber. That's it. I'm done with all of you guys. All right, let's get to the Barbie takes. Where are we? Barbie. You guys really want to talk about Avatar? Come on, there's got to be a Barbie take in here somewhere. Come on, give me a second. I'm getting there. Oh, Jade, hello. Empire box office. Okay, good. I didn't know that was you. New trailers mostly was shown at CinemaCon. Barbie's going to play huge. We'll see. I'm not sold the film's going to do that well. I'm not. I mean, 75 million's fine, but I mean, it's not going to hit 100. I'm not sold on Barbie from a box office perspective. It's going to have to be good. It's going to have to be good. Okay, that's the bottom line. If it's not a good film, then Barbie's going to be in trouble. I think it will be, again, because I trust in Noah and I trust in Greta, obviously. You think Barbie will be a fun summer movie? I'm in on Barbie for sure. Trans Barbie, yeah. I guarantee there's going to be a trans Barbie. You know it. You just know it. There's 100%. You can only watch one, Barbie or an Oppenheimer. I would actually, you ready for this? I would actually pick Barbie. I would pick Barbie over an Oppenheimer. You know why? As much as I love Nolan, the filmmaker, we know what happens in Oppenheimer. We are fully aware of what happens in Oppenheimer. So I don't really need, right? It's just not that. Let me pull this there. I pulled the volume down. Maybe that's better. Here's the thing. We know the story. So yes, we're going to get awesome filmmaking from Nolan, but I think I'm more interested in Barbie because I don't know what I'm getting, right? And I think that's whenever I watch a film, and I think that's, certainly a criticism of The Little Mermaid. When you already know where the film's going, it's not as easy to enjoy it, because I think that when you know everything that's happening, it's just not as experience like when I watch something that I haven't ever seen before, something that's fully original. We talked about Boogeyman the other night. Boogeyman's not original. We've seen that movie a million other times. That's not that. Flash, not really. When you're talking about something original, you're talking about something like Tar, right? Here it is again, that film. We're talking about Tar, because Tar has that, you don't know what's going to happen. And that's why I love awards films, ultimately more than anything, because you don't know where we're going to go with whatever the film is. And I think that's a big part of this whole thing. Ant-Man 3 is an experience that I couldn't possibly predict. You guys and your Ant-Man 3, you guys just won't leave it alone, will you? You will not leave it alone. I want to mention this too, The Flash. There's an article here. I was just digging around on THR, and they're saying this thing could open at 70 million. And I'm like, what? That's going to be higher than that. You guys know that there's no way that The Flash opens at 70. It's going to be way higher. They are lowballing this movie. The Flash will be way bigger than 70. It's a DC property. I don't care if it's part of James Gunn's universe. I don't give a crap. The bottom line is that this film will do well, because people are very curious about Michael Keaton and they want to see what this multiverse is. And I've seen the film. You guys know. Go back and check the reaction stream. I like the film a lot. And it's going to have great word of mouth, and that's going to help this film open way bigger than 70 million. That is way too low a number. They are lowballing that. Warner Brothers is. The track, everything is being lowballed on The Flash. Elemental, they have at 40 million. That I can understand. I can see. Especially with Pixar having just a very, turning red. It was not great. So I can see that. But The Flash is opening bigger than 70. That's too low. You guys can tell me that a DC film is going to open at 70. I'll push that to 90. I'd push it to 90 here tonight. Okay, easy, and it's early. Okay, exactly. There's not one bad review of The Flash, and as such, this 70 million number that they're throwing out there is ridiculous. It's definitely going to be Scenario Shriver. That's way too high. Now you're talking worldwide, but domestic, there's no way it's at 150. I mean, if it opens at 110, that'd be great. But 150, I mean, Spider-Verse and Transformers First React. I'll do a little of that because I haven't looked at myself. Okay, so I haven't. Okay, let's do it. Fine. We're into the whatever section of the show. We're almost in half an hour here. I'm game for doing whatever. Let's see. Let me see if I can find Spider-Verse. Let me search Spider-Verse. Okay, hold on. Is that the official tag? Here we go. Let's go. Let's pop it up and do some Spider-Versing here. Let's see. Guillermo del Toro saying that Spider-Verse will fulfill and heal. Let's see. I'm going to see it Tuesday night, by the way. I don't know why they don't invite me to these things early. Like, the thing is, okay, now granted, whoever this Alex Hirsch is, good Lord, I saw Spider-Verse despite all the odds and impossible expectations. The team continues to push the limits of the medium. Okay, here's the thing is, why did Sony not invite me to this? Now, let me tell you, I'm just going to, let me just pitch me from it. My Flash reaction has gone crazy viral, okay? I'm not a shill. There's a very good chance I'm going to like the film. And you have this guy, Daniel Baptista, the movie podcast on there, and it's like, who is that person? Now, granted, I'm sorry, but I don't know who the hell he is, but granted, it has a lot of likes. Why am I not there? Sony, I'm going to see it Tuesday, but it's like, whatever. I'm going to bitch for a second. I'm going to bitch because here's the thing is I understand. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I don't know what I'm going to say about a film. A lot of these people already know what they're going to say. I didn't think I was going to like The Little Mermaid tonight. Did you think I was going to like The Little Mermaid? Of course not. I didn't think I was going to like what? Why am I'm liking this film? So, yeah. Listen. Whatever. I'll see it Tuesday. We're going to do a stream Tuesday for Spider-Verse. I'm not surprised the film is good. Okay, why wouldn't it be? You got Lord and Miller back doing their thing. They're involved with the film. It's going to be solid. I have no question about it. Let's put in Transformers and see if I haven't seen the Transformers reactions. Again, Transformers is going to be another movie that's going to be perfectly fine. And yes, I'm guilty of this and I will absolutely own it. It's good at what it does. Okay, someone just commented that I lost it. So here's the thing, is how's the Transformers movie going to be terrible? It's going to be fine. It's going to be a bunch of animal Transformers and cars Transformers and fighting each other. John Nugent. They have these random people come in here. Whatever. It is what it is. I never get invited to these things. But it's a blast. It looks great. Blah, blah, blah. Da, da, da. All these people. I don't know. You know, listen, can we just say this? Could it be the fact that Erick's a white guy? Yeah, you never know. I'm just saying there is some weird thing about that. I'm not going to get into that, but there is a weird thing. I'm never in my life have I ever in my life ever thought, we've talked about this so many times that I can't even do it again, but here we are. I have never thought of someone in any space as being more worthy or less worthy due to the color of their skin. What the hell is that thinking, man? Like, why? God, I didn't want to do this shit, but it makes me so angry every time we do this. Why would you ever value someone more because they're white, black, Hispanic, female, male? It doesn't matter. The person's the person. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Damn it, man. If you do that shit, if that's who you are, I don't want to know you. I want you out of my universe. I can't stand these people that make their entire brand being a victim or some crap. Stop it. A person is a person. We're human beings. It doesn't matter what anyone looks like, the color of their skin. That shit doesn't matter. Damn it, man. I'm so tired of this shit. Well, we can't invite him because he looks... No! The people are the people. The people belong there or they don't. Not because of the color of their skin or not. It just... God almighty. So damn tired of this shit. Sucks, man. Exactly. You are a I never get up in the morning and look in the mirror and say, this is who I am. You know what I say? I say I'm a person. I'm a human being who's going to try to be better today and improve upon some skill, whatever it is. I don't put people into categories. It's so stupid, man. So tired of this shit. Because why we should be angry. I'm tired of these race baiting people that are out there saying everybody's racist and this is that and these people you see, screw you. If that's your brand, you're a shitty human being and you make the world a worse place, and as far as I'm concerned, you can disappear and you would make the world a better place if you disappeared rather than constantly harping on race. No one talks about it that much. I never think about it. Yes, I'm a white guy, but I don't give a shit. So tired of these people. And identity politics is pathetic. If you deal in identity politics, you are subhuman. That is who you are. You are invaluable. You're definitely not invaluable. You are a waste of space on this planet. I don't know how much more I can get. I'm so angry at this shit. So tired of it. I was just trying to do a show tonight, and I literally said it doesn't matter that Halle Bailey doesn't look like Ariel from the original thing. So I don't care. And anyone who talks about identity politics, you are a very subhuman being. You don't offer the world anything. You are making the world an actively worse place. That is what you are doing. That is just, you own that shit. If you are somebody who deals in that, I hope one day that you have a price to pay whenever we go on to the next level, because you actively made this place a worse place by dealing in that crap, and I can't stand it. Makes me sick. Okay, I'm good again. You just don't know what you're going to get here on NMT. Because that's what it is, Magnus. It's just realities. It's truth. I don't have time to spin shit and say the right thing. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. People are allowed to be openly racist against white people these days. Well, I mean, it's some of that. I mean, I don't even want to get into this, but it's true. I don't care. It's so unimportant. And now, granted, no one's suggesting there aren't people and haven't had situations where people have been stereotyped, have been whatever. But if you're stereotyping me that way, right? If you look at me and say, there's the Gen X white guy, then guess what you are? You are stereotyping. So but you're allowed. No, you're still stereotyping. I can't stand it. It is absolutely poisonous. It's merit, and that's it. I can't even do more. What else do you even say when we've said this so many times on MMT? It is merit, period. End of discussion. There's nothing more to bring forth to the conversation. You and what you bring to the table is your value, not the color of your skin, not where you went to college, not the house you live in, not the car you drive. It is you and your value as a human being. That is how it works. It is merit-based, and I'm tired of anything other than that, and I will never play those games, and it makes me ill, physically ill, to even have these discussions. All right, I don't know if it'll hit 1 billion. I like the film a lot. You guys, okay, I like the film a lot for what it is, The Little Mermaid. It is a quality live action adaptation of a beloved Disney film that has the high notes in places that works well enough for me to recommend this, and certainly is not a miss of a film. And as in the fact that Halle Bailey does not look like Ariel from the cartoon doesn't matter. She is Ariel in the film, and I bought it, every bit of it. Therefore, I like the film. Could it hit $1 billion? It's going to depend on overseas and word of mouth. Two things that everything really needs these days. And really, word of mouth is going to be strong here. I don't think it gets below an A- cinema score. Now, I know whenever we bring up Cinema Score, you all go, no one cares about Cinema Score. We don't bring up Cinema Score to talk about the actual thing, Cinema Score. We talk about it as the word of mouth because it indicates word of mouth about a film. And if it's an AA-, that means the word of mouth is strong. Therefore, you're going to get a better multiple. So a multiple is opening weekend, let's say, is 100. That means usually a 3 multiple, 300 million domestic. Maybe it's more. But a film like this, it's going to do more than a 3 multiple, more than likely, because you have the families. It's a 4-quad film. 4-quad film. Young, old, male, female. And whatever other pronouns you want to throw in there. I don't know. Will it, Jeremy? It'll struggle internationally. Well, of course, you have to have the international money or you're going to be in trouble. You have to have it. I see why people liked Little Mermaid, including you, but I couldn't wait for it to be over. Okay, I understand. But it's not a poorly made film, okay? It's not a film that is shoddy, okay? Now, if it were, then that would be a big-time complaint I would have about the film. I think it looks very good. It looks grand. 3D works very well here. So what am I missing? Other than the runtime is bloated, I would bring it to 145, which is it's not without its faults. But I would just crumple it down, right? Compact the film, get me to 145. It's a really good film. It's much better than I expected. Much, much, much better than I expected it to be tonight. Gunn probably likes Spider-Man's performance enhancers. I've been battling a little bit of a cold. You guys hear it in the voice? No, I got the new mic tonight, but also the voice. It's like a little bit of a summertime flu, not really thing, but whatever. It's kind of annoying. I don't think this film has great rewatchability. I agree. I don't think it does either because of the length. So I will agree with that. I will absolutely agree. Let's do this because we still have some time here, but I want to get into some other things before, as we've done obviously the big ones here tonight. Little Mermaid reaction. We've done the Barbie trailer. We did the Flash and the debut. I want to talk just a little bit about some films. When we get into these must-sees, I want to spend just a little bit more time before we get into more comments and open it up. Okay, so let's do this. Tonight's must-see is the film Trance, Danny Boyle. I brought this film up before, and it's a film that I know a lot of you haven't seen. Okay, let's just be honest. You've not seen Trance. First of all, Danny Boyle is one of our most underrated directors working today. The fact that he made a series versus a movie recently pisses me off. We need Danny Boyle making films. You look at his catalog of films. His filmography is strong. I mean, think about the diversity of what he's able to bring to the screen. I go back and look at a film like Millions, which will be a film we'll bring up in the MMT must-see here in the near future. But you look at Millions, you look at Yesterday, a film that really would have sucked if not for his direction. And then you have Trance, small film, not a lot of you saw it, not a big box office hit. This is a film, you got James McAvoy, you've got Rosario Dawson, you've got Vincent Cassel, and what I love about the film is the direction. Trance is a film, from a screenplay perspective, I've got the wrong box up, that's my bad. But here's why the film is good. The direction is impeccable, okay? The screenplay is a little too convoluted, but it's got this neo-noir look to it, a lot of color. And what I love about this film more than anything is the end of the film. When you want to watch the final 5 minutes of a film and see it all come together, you need to watch Trance and listen to Here It Comes, which is the song can I bitch about something right now since we're talking about a film that has a song that got completely screwed by the Academy? We have too many films that have incredible original songs attached to them that have 0 Oscar nominations for those songs. And Trance is one of those. Here It Comes, written by the Underworld's Rick Smith. That song is unreal. The fact it wasn't even mentioned in the Academy original songs is an embarrassment. Now, here's the thing. It's not just like Trance. Trance has the song. Another film, Rosario Dawson's really good in the film. That's right, Full Frontal in that. I'm glad you guys have seen this film. Here's the deal. I gotta have a drink of seltzer. Dry throat. It's like a little bit of a cough, dry cough. Look back at On the Rocks, okay? Do you guys remember On the Rocks? A24 with Bill Murray, Rashida Jones, right? That's her name. That film has a song called Phoenix. What the hell's the last song? My God, the song in that film at the end is so good. Identical. How are these songs not in the best original song? Who is running the Oscars? I need to be in place at the Academy where I literally am in charge of shortlisting. I don't need to be in charge of the actual final nominees, okay? I'm not asking for that. That's a lot, okay? That's on the members. But for these shortlists, when they go through all the stuff like score, international feature, I need to be in that room, song, and I need to say, you need to put these on the short list. They might not get a nomination, but you need to put Here It Comes from Trance on your top 15 songs. You need to do it. Because what happens is the studios end up pushing all these songs, and half the people don't even watch the movies, and then you have a song like Here It Comes from Trance. It's not even a hit. It's not even on the list. Or Identical from On the Rocks, not on the list. What are we doing? Or Return to Soul. Anybody. These songs are great songs and they're not even registering. I need to have a job over at the Academy. Bring me in, guys. That's all I want. You're either going to bring me... Sunshine was great. Danny Boyle, Sunshine, my God. In the score. Bring me in to a studio or to the Academy to start shaping shit up and saying, you need to do this, this, and this. You need to make me a consultant across the board every which way, because that is what I bring to the table, is the ability to not be woke, to value everything on merit, and to say, this is good, this is bad, this is good. It's not that hard. For some of us. Boyle, yeah. I mean, listen, Boyle is so fucking talented. The guy is one of my... Sunshine, I'm so glad you guys love Sunshine. Let me pull it up. Sunshine. It's hard to say. Sunshine. Let's watch Sunshine. Hold on, here it is. Sunshine. Another film that was not a big box office hit. But look, when we talk about Danny Boyle, right? So I don't need the ad. When we talk about Danny Boyle, we are talking about a director who has gone... You talk about range. Watch a film like Millions and then roll to 28 Days Later, then to Sunshine, then to Yesterday, then to Trance, then to Slumdog Millionaire. Danny Boyle may just be the most diverse and has the biggest range of any director that is currently working today. And the fact that we do not get enough films from this man is criminal. Danny Boyle, the most underrated director still working today. The range is impeccable. Absolutely. Shallow Grave. Look at his filmography. Let's go through his filmography now. Now I'm all about... And he also worked with Alex Garland a lot. Okay. So, obviously, Slumdog Millionaire. He did some show, what's it called? Trust? Pistol. I don't know what that was, but I want to watch movies. Yesterday is a film that would have sucked if it was directed by anybody but him. Steve Jobs. Hello. Trainspotting. 127 Hours. Slumdog Millionaire. Look at this diversity. Sunshine, Millions. Millions is amazing. 28 Days Later. The Beach. Trainspotting. Shallow Grave, right? Going all the way back, and then he gets into TV stuff. Danny Boyle is unbelievable and so talented, and the fact that we don't get enough movies, the score in Sunshine is incredible. All right, let's call it 10 to 15 on this, and then I'm going to get out of here because my voice is it's about gone. My Letterboxd review on Trance, 2 out of 5. Yes, listen, I told Indie Fandom, the screenplay for Trance is not why I'm telling you to watch the film. I want you to watch it for a direction standpoint, cinematography, and score, and especially that song, and that final 5 minutes. The wrap of that film is heavenly. We've got Here It Comes coming in, and then you've got the reveal of what Rosario Dawson was doing the entire time, right, as the therapist to McAvoy and to Vincent Cassell. You have that is sublime. That final, the symphony close on that is really strong, and that speaks to Danny Boyle, the director. A lot of the films we're going to pull up for these MMT must-sees are going to be about elements of films, not necessarily the entire film, and we go back to what we talked about the other night, Place Beyond the Pines. The first third of that film. That is why you're going to watch the film. Trance, the last 5 minutes, cinematography, direction, and production design, and overall look cinematography. That is all going to be the reason why you watch the Trance. Why you watch Trance. When you watch a film, now there are going to be films like this that I'm going to say every element is why you need to watch it. But for the other films, the Empire of Lights of the world, there's elements of it. X, direction. Let's go down there. The Batman, direction, obviously production design, score. Glass Onion, I would say production design, performances. I would say the screenplay is a little bit of a mess. Fabelmans, oh my God, the Fabelmans. Nothing. There's no reason to watch this film. The final scene. The final scene, that's it. That's the only reason to watch that film. I mean, not every film is going to be perfect across the board like Tar, right? Not every film. And tonight, Little Mermaid. Why would I say to watch the film? We can do that. You know what? Let's start doing that when we do these evaluations. I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons why you should watch a film. So here it is. The top 3 reasons to watch The Little Mermaid. It feels large. It feels grand. It is a big screen film, number 1. Number 2, 3D. You need to see this film in 3D. It's the reason that I liked the film more than I should have, is the fact that in 3D with the ocean scenes, it really pops, okay? And 3, Halle Bailey's voice. That alone, when she sings their world into their, whatever the song is, the signature song, that is electrifying, great stuff, okay? So that's why we're watching the film. Now, there's some films I can't do anything. We can't even recommend anything, right? I don't even, like, you say, name something about Cocaine Bear you should see. Nothing. There's not one element of that film that's great. Not a performance, definitely not the screenplay, the direction, horrible. Elizabeth Banks' direction is one of the worst directed films of the year. Zero style and zero talent involved with that direction at all. I don't care if she's a woman. I love women directors, plenty of them. She's terrible, okay? The fact she's a woman means nothing. The fact that she's terrible means everything. Fabelmans is better than Tar. David, I will ban you so fast. I will ban you from the channel. We will not do this again. I can't do it. I watched Fabelmans a few weeks ago. God, it's not a good film, Kusma. I've told you guys, I'm right almost all the time. Okay? Paint is a terribly directed film. Real opinion, you're 100% correct. Melissa McCarthy's good. No, I disagree with that. Melissa McCarthy as Ursula is fun. Okay? She based it on a drag performer, which I actually believe, because when you watch it. But she's having fun with it. She's chewing up the scenery. She's good. No, I disagree. And I also think that, what's his name is good as Murdad. He's good too. Listen, the film is fine, guys. It's not bad. I'm not going to sit here and be told that The Little Mermaid is a terrible film. Okay? Javier Bardem. I literally, you know what I was watching? When I watched Javier Bardem in this, I was thinking of Javier Bardem, and a lot of you forget he was in this in Collateral. For whatever reason, all of a sudden I had flashbacks to him, talking about Santa Claus in Collateral. How good is Collateral? My God. Yeah, I mean, listen, it feels corporate. I get it. I'm not gonna lie. It's not an emotional whirlwind of a film, but it's not terrible, guys. Stop saying films are terrible when they're not. Don't do it. You guys don't do it. All right, 5-minute warning. We're gonna go under an hour tonight. I am exhausted. I'm telling you, we've done 3 streams this week, which is, some of them short. Go back and watch them if you want. Flash is there for you. And then we have The Boogeyman, which comes out next week. Spoiler free. And then tonight, obviously, my thoughts on Little Mermaid. Sunday night, we'll talk about box office. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to do here on MMT. I'm totally down for on a Sunday night. Box office for sure is the lead story every single day that we do a Sunday. Yeah, it'll be fun. More comments, and let's do it. Amazing Cast, love his direction. I'll watch it. Trance, yeah, good. Casino Server, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you guys to watch some films that maybe you haven't seen. I try to focus on films from 2000 on. Now, granted, we can go back in time and do classics, but I feel like there's a lot of films, especially in the 2010s, that I really turned film criticism into something that I do. 2010 to 2020, that decade has a ton of really strong films in it that I feel need to be mentioned again. And a film like Trance is a perfect example. Because no one saw Trance. It wasn't a big... I know it's Danny Boyle, but I mean, let's be honest. Look at the box office on Trance. It wasn't a hit. Chances are you've never seen the film. Watch it and pay attention to the close. The close of the film is very, very strong. Good question here as we get ready to wrap here. I'll do anything you want to do, especially when we get out of here with these super chats for sure. Sham, thank you. Appreciate it. Color Purple trailer, Oscars. I like the direction that we're going here. It's a reimagining of the Color Purple. A shot-for-shot remake, I don't really need to see, okay? I saw the trailer. I honestly looked away from the trailer because I don't really want to see... I know this is... I'm picky and choosy about what trailers I watch. If it's an awards film, I don't want to watch the trailer because I want to watch it from a very... the original viewing of the film is the first time I've ever seen the material. So I kind of looked away. I go, wait a second, this is Color Purple. I got to look away. So I can't comment other than the fact that I see that it's a reimagining, right? And that is a positive. I still think Warner Brothers is in trouble this winter at Christmas. Listen, you've got 3 films. Warner Brothers, no studio releases 3 films at once. I mean, I don't think they even did that in the 90s or 2000s. Studios don't do that. Maybe 2. Warner Brothers, if they hold to the way they expect this release to go. You've got Color Purple on Christmas. You've got Aquaman right before that, both Warner Brothers, and then throw in Wonka, which is Warner Brothers. 3 films at one time at the multiplex. I don't even care if it's a Christmas Corridor, which is the biggest movie-going time of the year. You don't want to have 3 films from the same studio at the same time. They're going to cannibalize one another. Especially, I think Wonka would probably work with a little bit with Color Purple. I think Aquaman's kind of doing its own thing, but I don't want to put 3 movies out at the same time. 100% spread them out. 100%. You don't want to put... If I'm a studio, I do not want to throw 3 of my movies out at the same time because there will be cannibalization. Ultimately, you guys have got to remember the economy's not that great, right? People are struggling out there. So, extra cash... a lot of people don't have that. Now, I've got it because I got A-list. If you're a single guy, single girl, single whatever out there, you should have something like that because it's $25 a month and you get to watch 3 movies a week. You guys know how I feel about A-list or Regal Unlimited. If you're a family, you're not going to go to the movies as much. So if you got 2 family offerings like Color Purple and Wonka and they're right next to each other, I'm going to spread those out. Even though I understand both of them are awards films, I think that Wonka will be with King directing it. You look at Chalamet as a best actor, and then Color Purple for sure is an awards film. So I kind of want to space those out. I would probably pull Wonka, and I would put Wonka like maybe into spring, like April, I would slide it there. Remember what I said about Marvel? Slide the Marvels out of November, put it into January. I told you guys what to do. 100%. You guys are with me. See, this is why Warner Brothers needs to bring me in as a consultant. Let me watch Barbie. Let me tell you, after watching it, here's what I would cut out. Here's what I'd keep. And this is what I get rid of. It's like it's a test screening of one. Here's what I would do. Test screening of Little Mermaid. I would have walked out and I would have said, you need to cut 20 minutes out of the film. You need to lose that rap song. Get rid of it. The rap song with Aquafina and Diggs doing the thing on the bed, that's gone. And then I would squeeze here and there, just bring it in, tighten it up, bring it in at 150. So you're losing about 20, 25 minutes of this film. That's my advice. Why the studios aren't like DMing me right now saying, come in, watch our film and tell us. It's almost an arrogance, and that is unbelievable to me. I have literally proven my time. I have proven so many times, time and time again, that I'm very capable and very good at watching a film and telling you where are the edits. This is what you need to do to your film. Here's how I'm going to fix it. Erick fixes Name the Film, and we're going to do that as a whole nother franchise coming up. We talk about it, we kind of weave it into these shows. Whenever I see a film, what did I tell you about The Boogeyman? Go back and watch that stream the other night. I told you exactly what I do with that film. It's a small note, but it's a very important note. Go back and look at The Flash. I would tell you, I would tighten that up a little bit. A couple things I would change about that. Go back and watch the stream. That's what we do. We fix films. So studios, I'm available for you. I'm right down the street. You don't even have to fly me anywhere. I can get on my mountain bike and I can be at Warner Brothers in 5 minutes. In the car, 2. Actually, on the bike, it's probably faster because of the stoplights. Disney, 3 minutes. Universal, 7 minutes. In the car, less than that. Bring me in. Show me your film. I will tell you what works, what doesn't. Here's my suggestions. Now, there are going to be some films that I'm going to watch that I'm going to go, this shit is unsavable. Like if you show me Cocaine Bear, I would say dump it on streaming and pretend you never made it. If you show me Halloween Ends, I would say you need to erase the entire film, fire David Gordon Green, and start over with an entire new film. I would take a shred of the story, and I would get rid of Corey and everything, right? That's what I'm here to do. I'm going to save you potentially millions of dollars on these films, okay? I will tell you if your film has a shot and where you need to cut. I know there's people at these studios that think they know, but I can tell you something, a lot of them don't. They failed their way into the job. I have earned the right. You need to bring me in. I'm the film fixer, baby. Make it happen. That's going to do it here tonight for MMT, live from LA. There's no way to fix Beau is Afraid. 0% chance of fixing that film. I told you how to fix it when we discussed that film. You fix Beau is Afraid by never making it, because that screenplay is unproducible. You look at it and say, there's no chance we're making this film, and especially at $35 million. I would have saved them tens of millions of dollars. The film only has $10 million worldwide. It's lost A24 $25 million plus, more like $30-40 million. It's a lot of money to lose. In A24, you could have had me for nothing. I would have asked for something. I would ask for a cut of like a 0.1% of the profits, because I would have saved you. In this case, I would have saved you $35 million. I would have said, tell Ari Aster, we're not making the film. Not the script, not for $35 million. I'll make the script for $1.3 million. That's all I got. Not 35. I won't even give you 3.5. I'll give you $1.3 million to make this movie. That's it. And guess what? I would have saved them $30+ million. 100%. There's no rewrite. John, there's no way to fix it. That's exactly right. Ari Aster made a massive mistake and damaged his brand. If he's not done, of course he's not done. I know I was being hyperbolic. He damaged his brand. You don't make a film like Beau is Afraid and not completely destroy the brand. That'd be like me coming on here and doing a show where I just stared at the screen. Now, granted, some of you would say that's a better version of MMT. But I'm just, would you be like, for 1 hour? That'd be like the same thing as what he did for Bo Is Afraid. You just basically just took a dump on your brand, Ari Aster. All right. Studios can email me. They can just get in my DMs. I mean, my DMs are open. Studios, I'm there. My DMs are open to anybody. I have to just accept it. So if Warner Brothers sends me a DM, says, hey, do you want to come watch Barbie? They have my email. All the studios have my emails. I bounce emails around all the time. Like, great example, just quickly. Spider-Verse. I didn't get the invite for Spider-Verse. Email Sony. Sony's like, oh, here it is, Eric. It's Tuesday night. Perfect. I'm in. They know how to get a hold of me. Studios, I can hook you up. It's not even that much money. I'm going to save you millions of dollars. Make it happen. The Film Fixer is here. If someone steals the Film Fixer, I swear to God, I have it here. I'll run the tape back. But remember, imitation is the highest form of flattery. You guys stink. Love you all. That's it for tonight. We'll see you back here Sunday night. MMT is out. We made it to the hour mark. We delivered on the promise with the new mic. I'll figure out the volume, whatever's going on with it. We'll get it ready for Sunday night. Until then, peace from Los Angeles. MMT out.